Christopher Sanchez, Los Angeles, South Central, Westlake, Pico Union. I wanted to be a firefighter or in the army. Got in trouble as a kid, went to juvenile hall, got a felony at the age of 18, and I couldn't join the military because of my record. A lot of struggling, a lot of moving, different places here and there, a lot of different schools. You know, a lot of times we didn't have food, struggling to get by day by day. I remember school was a lot of fights, a lot of teaching, and I remember getting in trouble a lot. I remember it just the school system just like didn't care if you had a lot of tardies, a lot of absences. They would still pass you to the next grade, whether you had good grades or not. I joined a gang because of gangs were a lot of gangs in school, a lot of tagging crews, a lot of party crews, and if you didn't belong to someone back then, you needed backup, and you needed a sense of belonging. Well, growing up I grew up in the Rampart area. The police would come around and they would beat us up, they would hit us. They were telling us that we were worse than roaches, a bunch of illegals. Sometimes they would turn us into the immigration. A lot of my homies, they would turn them over to the immigration, and if they couldn't do anything to you, they would beat you up, they would hit you. And when the police came, you had to run for your life. And if you ran, you had to make sure you get away, because if you didn't get away from them and you ran, they would get you, beat you up, kick the shit out of you. I really didn't know what was going on in the world around. All I knew was my block, my neighborhood, and I figured it was like that all around. Because I just figured that's the way it is, and I didn't think I was going to live past the age of 18 or 19. I thought I was going to die young. And I didn't see my life outside of the hood, out of the neighborhood. And I just thought it was a regular thing. The drive-bys, the violence, the drug dealing. The neighborhood, the community you live in, and the people you're around surround you. There's a big influence on the person you become and the path you take. I didn't become what I dreamed of being, as a little kid. But I can't complain now. I mean, a lot of my friends are dead. A lot of my friends are in prison doing life. I would have grown up in a better environment with better people, a better support system, and my parents were alive. My dad was alive, and my mom was didn't have to work all the time and would have watched out for us. Yeah, I probably would have taken a different path. But everything is destiny, and I'm just happy to be here after living the life I've lived.